Good afternoon, everyone. It's Aaron here, founder and CEO of 28 Games. It's 12:39 on the first day of July 2025. It is absolutely crazy to me that it's July now. It's gone by so quick. It feels like this is the fastest year yet. And, it's like you say that every year. It feels like last year and the year before that was the fastest. But yeah, definitely this one feels like it's the fastest. So I'm trying to run this by you pretty quickly. Well, I guess to start, my mother's on starting the 6 to 2 shift now. She's doing the morning shift, and that was the ideal shift that she always wanted. I haven't gotten any updates from her yet, so I'm not sure when her lunch is going to be. Remember the last time, because she did servery before. Servery is breakfast, serving breakfast to the residents at the nursing home she works at, the rehab center. The servery used to be only in the morning, but what happened was they had a meeting, the CEO came in, it says things are going to change. The residents are complaining about food. So now we're going to integrate servery all day. So it's going to be morning, afternoon, and night. So essentially, my mother did start the servery in the morning and the morning shift with Amy, who's the head cook in the kitchen. So like I said, she wanted that shift. I'm just waiting for an update from her. And hopefully, things have gone smooth. She did say there's going to be more work for everyone. Everyone has to be involved. The LNAs, licensed nursing assistants, everyone within the building. Because this is something that's happened in all the other organizations similar to this one, but 15 years ago. And this is the only organization that didn't make this crucial change. So the CEO, Tom, came in and said, look, things are changing. You don't like it here? Go somewhere else. So you take it or leave it. So my mother's schedule now for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays is going to be 6 to 2 with that server integrated. Monday is going to be the 11 to 7, how it was before. It's Monday and Friday 11 to 7, or no, you know what? No, Monday and the weekend guaranteed 11 to 7. She's working a double this Friday, which is the 4th of July. Can't believe that either. So that means she'll be working morning, start in the morning, end at night. So she'll actually 6 to 2. So she'll end up starting at 6. Yeah, damn. Yeah, she'll be basically 6 to 6, 6 to 7, 6 in the morning, and then 7:30. Probably going to be 7:45 or 8, which means because I usually when I was doing the 11 to 7, I pick her up at 7:15 at night. When she pushes up to 8, I'd leave at 7:45. So that's what I'm saying. Probably gonna have to leave at 7:45, pick her up for 8 on the double this Friday. So there really isn't any. It's not consistent. Her boss Dennis. He's got a lot on his plate. He make changes to the schedule. Every single week, multiple times. But he's used to it. But man, this guy, he's a good guy. He reminds me a lot of my grandfather, my dad's father. Looks like him too, for sure. If you saw my dad's father, and then what my mother's boss Dennis looks like, you'd say, yeah, they got a striking resemblance for sure. But yeah, she ends at 2. She's gonna walk home. She's kind of convenient. It makes it convenient for me, so I don't have to go out and get her, even though it's very warm. Well, that's why I got the AC on here, and hopefully you can hear me because I do got the AC cranking in the background. So that's that. Yesterday, if you've been reading my journal entries right up along and some vlogs about it, was the scheduled foreclosure sale auction, public auction of this property. What wound up happening was an auctioneer did show up on the property. They work they're a contractor for this company called Irving and Shetman, based out of Rhode Island. So he got here. It was at 12. He got here a few minutes after 12, showing up. My mother basically said we filed bankruptcy, and he canceled it on the spot. He was a very nice gentleman. He had a dog on his pickup, his F-150, F-250, long furry dog, who came out very well trained. Came over and just kind of waited for him. It was cute to see. So we got that done. My mother had a few things she had to do for her attorney Davis, the bankruptcy lawyer. He needed some bank statements, tax returns. She got all that done. And then yesterday we went to our DHHS. It stands for Department of Health and Human Services, kind of pretty much right down the street from us. And I reapplied for food stamps. So I was on them before. The reason I got kicked off, I was confirmed yesterday, is because you get them for 90 days or 180 days, and then you got to do work requirements. If you're not looking for work, they cut you off. So that happened on December 30th, 2023. I got kicked off my benefits, or EBTs, food stamps, or SNAP, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. SNAP. It's a SNAP. So you get it. That's why they call it SNAP. So my mother signed a form to speak on behalf of me. That was supposed to happen yesterday at 2 p.m. Meeting by phone. Didn't happen. So we had to get that rescheduled because they called my phone instead of my mother's phone. We got that rescheduled for July 7th, 8:30. So she's going to do that. An intake coordinator is going to do an interview, and yeah, hopefully we'll get somewhere with that. Other than that, I'm doing what I'm doing here. Doing my journal entries, keeping up on my YouTube and Instagram. You've seen that. I put up the Vice Beach police cars. They're basically the cars that X2022, put up, the concepts and all that. So I just got done putting up all those, the storage system, the different cars, the different levels, different water levels, storage, weapons, different weapon support, weapons that the cars will use, when they chase you, when they spawn, depending on what water level you have in the game, across the Indian state. So I got all those up, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing here. Oh yeah, so remember I was telling you about Jason E. And a few journal entries. That's my mother's brother-in-law. He was a former boyfriend of my aunt Sherry. She had a guardianship hearing yesterday to make her his guardian, and she is officially that. And the court ruled that he can basically get up to $400 Social Security, and Jason would be staying here to give my mother $400 a month. What she needs, which she does need, because she needs the money. With the possibility of bankruptcy, if she's going to pay the trustee, that's about $2,200. But if Attorney Davis can get in there and restructure the second mortgage, then she won't have to pay the trustee. And for that, speaking of courts, she's got the hearing August. It's going to be her, Attorney Davis, the judge, and the trustee that she pay the money to every single month on the big screen. So it's a telephonic hearing. I don't know which day in August that is, but right now, with bankruptcy active, what happens is foreclosure stops and the court enters an automatic stay. The automatic stay runs for 30 days. You can ask the court to extend that, but the lender who's trying to collect on you can file a motion to lift the stay, because if they're ballsy enough and they feel like their interests are being compromised because they want their money, they will do that. And they'll petition the bankruptcy court and see if they'll lift that and try to push the foreclosure through. So what'll happen is, file for bankruptcy, foreclosure stops. Doesn't permanently stop, means it's postponed. Then you'll get a notice of sale a few days later, 45 days before, at least in this state, before potential foreclosure, public auction sale, foreclosure sale. So it's boom, boom, boom. It's all over the place. It really is. And I'm telling you right now, the fact that I'm even still able to stand, it amazes me. So I've been through a lot of crap. You've seen me sit in this chair many years since I came back here May 21st, 2023. And it was 6 in the morning. I was all disheveled. I looked like I was all full of stress. My hair was all over the place. The light was on in here. The blinds are closed. This was May 2023. I said, I'm back. I'm proud of my mother. It's good. Little did I know the hell that I would endure. And you never, ever, ever know what is going to happen. But at the end of the day, I am founder and CEO of 28 Games. I'm crazy, ambitious, cleverly historic. That is my tagline. And I'm really starting to get to know, a lot of people are starting to get to know me. I got 361 subscribers right now. I should have over 400. Hopefully I'll have that by next year. The game comes out next year. Hopefully it stays May 26th. And I've done a lot. I've been running along with this, really, if you want to count Mind's Eye and everywhere, since 2017. My first contact was 2018, but with Benzies and what Bill the Rocket Boy's been doing, 2017. So you're talking about almost a decade that I've been doing this. So, yeah. I got a contract in there, and I haven't forgot about it. I'm not going to harp on it, but yeah, I signed that. Just to be clear. There was an agreement. I paid money to get money. And there was some very prominent logos on there and a name of one of those divisions of that organization. Just be clear on that. Just be clear, I didn't write that up. It was written up. A bilateral execute a contract where two parties perform off. You agree to perform. One person says, you do this, we'll do this for you. Anyway, ending this at 12:50. I get a little bit of a rotator cuff injury. I think my rotator cuff here, it hurts a little bit. There's 4 muscles in your rotator cuff. It keeps your arm move up, down, all around. Wear and tear, age, I'll say. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll be around. And plenty more on the way. You know that. Take care.